What's up, everybody? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. Hope y'all had a good day today. Um, I only see like a couple of trade setups. Um, when we broke below the October value area low, retested here. Good short. Um, like technically, the retest of retest, you could try to short here, but not always going to work out. Which in this case, it didn't. The retest of previous day value area low, nice short. Again, the retest of a retest didn't work out. I also called. I'm going to delete this just because it's right in my way. I called this out in Keenan's Discord. This is a diamond top. So, called this out live as it was happening. Said good area for puts. And based on what people are saying, I'm assuming people took the trade because it sounded like there was people making money. So that was the only trade I called out today. I actually did not trade myself. I know the plan was to trade live today. I actually woke up on time. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm kind of far away from my microphone. I woke up on time. Just wasn't feeling it today. So I didn't try to force anything. I just I actually chilled in bed for a little bit. Then I rolled over and went back to sleep. And then eventually got up. The only thing I did today was I bought more shares of NVIDIA. Still a good time to do that. I bought them, I think, at 182, and they're like 180 right now. Let's go ahead and chart this shit up. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. I just got home, so that's why I'm that's why I'm late. The What's up, Triple G? I went to one of those indoor like kids play areas, and then while we were there, my daughter fell asleep, and then after that, like, we went and had lunch, and then we went back to the indoor play area, and so I'm just barely getting home. Kind of weird. Bulls seem pretty weak. This was all Trump talking, right? And then sold off into the close, and now we're just sideways. Yeah, Ares, you gotta stop questioning yourself and being chicken shit and trying to DM me for confirmation of what you're seeing. I know it's super nice to have somebody like validate what you're seeing, but it just doesn't work, like if you're constantly questioning yourself, or by the time somebody answers you, like, it's too late, you're gonna miss the trade. So yeah, it doesn't matter if I have more experience. Hey, what's up, Lola? Um, yeah, it just doesn't work, I'm telling you. But you have to take trades and like grow and learn. Yep. I'm still in Jack. Tomorrow's earnings, right? Yeah. Could definitely get uglier before it gets pretty. I mean, it's in a spot where we could get a bounce. And I mean, or if earnings comes in good tomorrow, that could be what we need to get the momentum going in the right direction. I'm not stressing this at all. But, you know, like, how you trade might be different to how I trade. Hey, what's up, Matthew? Welcome. So, like, for example, when Shorty first called out Intel, I don't remember exactly where it was, but or actually, I kind of do. I don't remember the date per se. I think it was like February here. Right around $25, $26, right? And I'm pretty sure the person that told Shorty about Intel here is the same person that told Shorty about Jack in the Box, wherever it was, like right around here. Actually, it might be, I don't know, over here somewhere. It doesn't matter. But so, like, if we look at Intel, like, there's people that are kicking themselves, right? I have there's a doctor I work with that is smart enough to ask me for trading advice. And so I don't remember exactly when, but I think around $22 a share on Intel. I told him, yeah, buy Intel. So he bought $40,000 of Intel right around $22 a share. Anyway, a lot of us bought up here. And then we started buying every time it came down into like the $20, $19 range on Intel, right? And during all of this, people were, oh, are we still in? Are we still in? Are we still in? Fuck yes, we're still in. Okay. So, yeah, he bought around $22 a share. He bought $40,000 worth. And he kept, like, sweating on it. Like, oh, like, it's going down. Da, da, da. And I'm like, dude, like, give it time. Don't worry. And so then when it popped to $26 a share, I told him, I'm like, it's going to go way higher. But, you know, you could sell, like, half of your position right now and just lock in some profits. And then that way, if it does go lower, like, you're not feeling as stressed out about it or whatever. And he ended up closing the whole position. And I'm sure he's regretting it now. Right? Same thing with Jack. Like, information's good. We're not going to time the bottom perfectly. And again, I don't know. Um, there's got to be something going on for this guy to say to buy it, right? I don't know about Jack in the Box, um, like as a whole. I know they just sold what is it, like Taco Bell or Del Taco, um, really cheap, and that's one of the things that affected the share price of Jack in the Box. But I know, sorry, I just read this Rocket Rider shit in chat. You guys are crazy. Um, I know that, like my local Jack in the Box, they just like did a full remodel. Like they had the place closed down for like 2 months, redoing a bunch of stuff. And companies that don't have money don't remodel their restaurants. So to me, at least seeing my local Jack in the Box doing a remodel um, tells me they've got to be doing something right. And I don't. I think I'm down like $1,000 so far on this. But yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'll wait. If anything, buy more right now. Um, I will say I was a little bit disappointed with myself because I don't remember exactly where, but I bought whatever it was, like $18 a share, I think, and then I bought more when we came down to $15. And I had basically my purpose for buying more was just to lower my cost average. And I had a sell order at like 18.50 on the shares that I bought to lower my average. And then at one point, I don't remember exactly where the price was. I think it was like 17.60 or something. I was like, I should just sell those shares right now that I bought to lower my average. And I was like, nah, it's okay. I'll wait for 18.50 or 50 or whatever it was. Right now, I'm wishing I sold those because I would just buy more again right now. Um, but yeah, right now I've got a pretty good sized position of Jack in the Box, and I don't know that I want to average down more. I might, but yeah, I'm holding. I'll wait and see what happens. Uh, well, Jack in the Box used to be pretty ghetto, but they've definitely. I mean, I don't eat like fast food like that, but I think they're more upscale than like Burger King or McDonald's. Y'all wild. This is hilarious. So, Eras, I'm telling you, it doesn't seem like you're listening. Asking people to confirm what you're seeing is not going to work. It's not going to work. And you're saying hopefully there's a point where, um, wait, where did I see that? I hope I get to the point where I tell you levels and point out probable trades. You won't, because I won't listen. It's nothing personal. I don't take other people's trades. Um, I mean, like, unless somebody has some insider information, fuck yeah, I'm taking that trade. But I have no issues finding my own trades. Like, I don't know. It doesn't. It probably is hard to explain, but like I don't. Yeah, I don't take other people's trades. I don't have a reason to take other people's trades. All right. Um, pretty ugly. Poor high, poor low. Very unimpressed. This is crazy. So apparently we're just never going here. Wild. So, indecision day, bearish indecision day, lots of volume. This is the largest volume since October 10th. This is actually kind of sketchy, right? So, Trump talked today, which normally is pretty bullish. And we have like an indecisive bearish day with a lot of volume with Trump talking. It just seems like more selling is possible. Why don't you have levels in your chart, Ayers? Fear and greed index, I'm sure we're in extreme fear still. Yeah, sorry, I didn't speak before it popped up, but yeah. We're even more in fear than we were yesterday. And again, this is when you buy. This is when you dollar cost average in. Calendar for tomorrow. We have FOMC, right? Yeah. Tomorrow should be pretty lame until FOMC. Yeah, buy low, sell high. Oh, Jack in the Box popped after hours today? Nice. I don't like charting the day before or for the day of FOMC. It seems pretty stupid. Ninja Trader does have it. You just have to buy the indicators from the fuck is his name? Trader Dale. Here, look. Oh shit. I'd have to type in a whole crazy password. Ninja Trader's so... what's it called? Ancient that you have to type in a password every fucking time. Here, guys, make sure you listen to my keystrokes so you know my password for Ninja Trader, okay? I'm getting too blind to see these passwords, which is bad. Ugh. Incorrect password. Nice. Bro, I'm blind. I can't fucking see this. Can we work this time, please? Thank you. So, that's very loud. Thank you. Okay, got it. I don't have live data, so I can't. Okay, chill. I don't trade on NinjaTrader. But, what is it? Order flow, cumulative delta, order flow, market depth map, order flow, trade detector, order flow, volume profile, order flow, VWAP. If you buy them from volume profile, you can buy them from Trader Dale. Ladder thing. By a ladder, I'm assuming you're talking about a DOM, depth of market, which like any decent futures trading platform is going to have a DOM or a depth of market. So I'm waiting for mine to load. Ladder thing? Is this what you're talking about? Place trades here. I've never traded Robinhood futures, but I guarantee you this is way more advanced than theirs. And advanced doesn't necessarily mean good, but Quantower is definitely advanced in a good way. All right. Let's look at our cluster charts. You guys want to talk about some more drug smuggling shit? Oh, I should share something hilarious with you guys. So, what's it called? So, like, I mean, this is a little bit of my vinyl collection, but this, where is it? This. Color of the record is described as P-colored by the band and the label. The record is actually on yellow clear vinyl, 524 copies pressed. Where's the... They normally have pictures, but I guess they don't here. I have a picture. Sorry, this will make sense in a second. Damn, 5-0. Coming in hot. So that's the record. That's the cover. It's called Cokie the Clown. And it's freaking hilarious. So like, basically, the lead singer of NoFX, his name's Fat Mike, and Cokie the Clown is like his alter ego, and he's shown up in concert like a few times in character, and then he has like this song Cokie the Clown, right? My wife, her main language is Chinese, and so like she doesn't even know what he's singing about, but like this, oh my gosh, oh, it's just like a clip. Okay. Actually, instead of playing the song, sorry, I want to show you guys this just because it's hilarious. Like, I could literally tell you the lyrics, all of them, but, yeah. So, all the way from Palm Springs, just out of detox, show him a warm welcome, let's give some applause. Greetings all, hello, welcome to my show. I'm sure you'll have fun watching me juggle 8 balls at one time. I'm no fucking mime. I play practical jokes. This squirting flower that wasn't flour that blew up your nose. It's my special blend of X, Coke, and K. You should be okay in several hours. I think I've talked to you guys about this song before. He's got oversized shoes and ill-fitting clothes. That is real blood dripping from his fake red nose. I'm Cokie the Clown. I will trip you down. Those 12 giant steps. I brought you all presents against good judgment. But being a good host, you all have been dosed. The kettle corn's been laced. The fudge has been lined. You're having a great time. But you might not recall from Rohypnol. In the lemonade, Cokie homemade. He's the happiest clown with the biggest frown. He's Cokie the Clown. I'm sure you guys know what Rohypnol is, right? That's the date rape drug. But anyway, randomly today, my wife is like, what did she say? Oh, so right here. So my wife is like, what's that song? The one that says, come to my show. And I'm like, what do you mean, come to my show? And then, of course, like, because of her accent, she's not saying it in, like, the right tone. So, like, if I was trying to say this, like, if I was like, hey, what's that song that goes, like, welcome to my show? And you would be like, oh, like, and it would click because I'm saying it in the same tone. But she couldn't do that. So like here. Bro. This part. Welcome to my show. So anyway, my wife's like, what's that song, like, come to my show or whatever? And me and my son are like, huh? And we're trying to figure it out, right? And then she was like, she's saying Henrik, which is my 10-year-old, always says like, that the lyrics are like really bad lyrics. And I'm like, okay, like, I don't know what song that is. And then anyway, like my wife went upstairs, my son went upstairs, I stayed downstairs, and I'm like still thinking about it, like welcome to my, or come to my show, come to my show. And I couldn't figure it out. And then out of nowhere, I'm like, welcome to my show. I'm like, oh, Cokie the Clown. So then I go to my son, I'm all, Henrik. He's like, what? I'm like, we're dumb. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm all, welcome to my show. And then he immediately starts singing Cokie the Clown. And so, yeah, anyway, it's just kind of funny today that my wife she wanted to listen to this song about, yeah, getting roofied and shit. She has no idea what the lyrics mean. It's great. It's a good time. It's always a good time. Back to more serious matters. Let's make some freaking money. Show him a warm welcome. This is looking like a diamond bottom. No, it's not. Was this today? Well, that is sexy. See, if you're watching the cluster chart stream today, this is your trade. That is very, very nice. Wow. That's all you needed was that right there. Oh. Excuse me. So for futures traders, I would watch this area 54 to 57. I'm not going to put this on my chart as far as for tomorrow because it's going to probably get blown through tonight. I don't think it's going to be relevant tomorrow. Don't really like how things are looking. And I know I kept saying that my plan was to trade live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I forgot my daughter has a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I think I'll be able to trade the open. I'm trying to think about this because I have to get up, feed my dogs, get ready. Cokie the Clown's your favorite song? We should hang out, bro. No, Erez, so you saying that you don't have TradingView yet would explain why, you're waiting for the Black Friday sale. That's cool. I feel like no question without a doubt, NoFX is my favorite band. And, I mean, Cokie the Clown is just a stud. Actually, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. So, I can honestly say this is the only book that I have from a band. No Effects in the Hepatitis Bathtub and Other Stories. And then, I even went as far as to have it autographed. And Fat Mike asked me, I think it was Fat Mike, said, like, what's your name? And I'm like, oh, Drew. And he wrote at the very top, hey, Drew, and then equals Barrymore. Yeah, what a clown. Anyway. That's weird. I have no idea what this is. So yeah, I love No Effects. Hey, Triple D, don't be Triple G. I called you Triple D. Show them to me. Show them to me. Triple G, don't be telling people my secrets. I will say, regardless of what kind of music you like, definitely go and listen to, like, if you, I mean, go to YouTube and listen to Cokie the Clown. Apparently I don't know how to type the, but like, it's just freaking hilarious. So this is like, he actually like dressed up as a clown. I'm gonna mute this so I don't get a strike. But like, nobody knew this, but he had like the sunflower and he was telling people to smell it, like, that were unsuspecting and didn't know any better. And this is like, this actually happened. So like, he was going up to people eventually, I guess, and he was blowing this powder in their face. Yeah. But anyway, you should watch this video. Or listen to this song. It's freaking amazing. And then I would also recommend... Oops, I didn't spell that right. Well, that was a typo. This song... Where is it? You have to watch this version. Whoa, I was not intending on doing that, but yeah. I feel like that's the right version. It might have been this one. It's probably this one that's 15 years old. You have to watch that one because it's hilarious. So this guy, I don't know him, but it's country. And obviously, I'm sure you can guess what the song is about because it says "Show Them to Me." But It popped in my head because I said Triple D and then I said show them to me. Anyway, um, there's a hilarious. I mean, I guess it's like country comedy or whatever. And there's a part in the song where he's like, "If you're a big fat man, I'm a titty fan, and I'd like to see yours too." And this big boy like jumps up in the audience and pulls up his shirt, and he's like doing, I think he jiggled them. Oh, it's just phenomenal. Like, anyway, watch it. Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, back to seriousness. And then now, like, Matthew's like, what in the hell is this? Like, are we doing charts or? Yeah, sorry. We don't normally get too crazy on this channel, but sometimes we do. This is going to be hard to call, but if for some reason we get down to here, watch for calls. If we break, well, if we get back over October value area low and you're not in calls already, wait for 3 5-minute candles, retest, enter your calls, right? I really think, frankly, the best thing I can tell you guys is just not to trade tomorrow. I could be wrong, but you guys can remind me tomorrow if I'm right or if I'm wrong. I think tomorrow is going to be super choppy and boring until they release the FOMC minutes. And then due to lack of data because of government shutdown, they're not going to be able to to do a rate cut, and that's going to make the market dump. So, if we lose this, you want putties. Yeah, so errors, I guess that's something, I don't know. I shouldn't talk shit, but I should. I saw you say that you trailed, and like, why? And then you're going to be like, it's a good thing I trailed because I only took a small loss instead of a bigger loss. But the issue is you're never going to make it to your take profit if you're trailing. And if you're irritated, then stop trading. Well, you should stop trading anyway because you already took one trade. Right. They're actually probably targeting this at this point. Just a heads up. Losing this tomorrow will be huge if it happens. And just a heads up, there's a chance of a bounce here. Other than that, it's kind of free sailing. Okay. Thank you, Eclectic Athlete. I appreciate that. Member for 24 months? That's nuts. Thank you. Yeah, so why are you taking 2 trades? I wonder if I should tell you something that might make you a little bit sad. I think I'm going to feel like a dick for saying this. And I don't mind feeling like a dick. But today I was thinking about you, Ares, and I was like, you know, I should really like kind of take Ares under my wing a little bit more and try to help him out. And then immediately my mind went to, but he's already not listening to what I'm saying. So like, if I do that, I'm just going to be torturing myself. Can't get any worse. There's that negativity again. You've got to help yourself, bro. You have to. No, like seriously, why are you taking 2 trades? The fact that I'm thinking about it means it's a possibility, but like I can't force you to help yourself. I really can't. That's bullshit. Change isn't easy. It's just literally a choice. Like, I'm sorry. I don't I've talked about this pretty in depth. Like, I don't do well with excuses, right? So like I guess I'll use another example of my own life where like just to completely trump what you said. I don't talk about this very much, but I'll talk about it for the sake of hopefully helping somebody else. When I was, I don't even remember what age, but when I was young, in my teens, I mean, we already talked about stuff, right? So like I was very big into weed, which is not a big deal. I used to smoke like all day, every day, in my sleep, like everything. And then my at the time girlfriend started doing meth, and I was like, whatever. And then her and my best friend started doing it together, and I'm still like, whatever. And every single day they'd be like, you want some? I'm like, no. You want some? No. You want some? No. You want some? No. And up until that point, I would tell you, like, I don't have an addictive personality, right? I'm not faulting you for your honesty. And so after about 2 weeks of my best friend and my girlfriend, like, doing meth every single day, all day, it got to the point where they stopped asking me if I wanted some because the answer was always no. And then I don't even know why. One day, out of the blue, I'm like, here, let me try it. One fucking hit is all it took for me to be completely addicted. One hit. And then it was like a downhill slippery slope for a couple of years of being like a full-on meth addict. And I'll never forget this till the day I die. So I used to smoke meth. And one day, I was smoking it off of tin foil. And if you've ever done that, then you'll know exactly what I'm about to talk about, or at least as far as like what it does to your face. So the smoke goes all up in your face, right? And if you're smoking a lot, basically you end up with like black soot all over your face, and it was hot. And then being on meth anyway kind of like makes you sweaty. So like I was sweating, my face is covered in soot. I walked into the bathroom and I looked at myself in the mirror, and yeah, so I had black soot all over my face, but it was like dripping because I'm sweating. And like right before that, I think like I had literally just found out that my girlfriend was pregnant with my first kid. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, I'm never touching this again. Like, I was like, what the fuck am I doing to myself? I'm never touching this again. And I quit that day cold turkey. And I don't remember exactly the time frame as far as like if it was days or weeks or whatever, but the withdrawals were excruciating. It was super, super hard. But as a person with like, you know, a mind and choice, I had choices. I could either you know, do what I said, what I committed to, which was to never touch it again, or I could be a bitch and go back to it. And I've never touched it since that day. And I will say this, like, I'm still an addict because like even just talking about it right now, like I feel different inside. Like I almost like I kind of want it, if that makes sense. And I'll never forget this, like years later, I mean, I'm talking like probably 8 years later, you know, I just like disassociated myself with it. I stayed away from it, and I didn't put myself in situations where I would be around it, which helps with quitting, right? And then like years later, I was in this bar that has like 2 stories. And I don't even remember why, like the upstairs was closed, but I think there was a bathroom up there or whatever. And for whatever reason, I went upstairs. And when I went upstairs, there was guys like chopping meth on the table. And they saw me and they were kind of like startled. And I was like, hey, don't worry, I didn't see shit. And I just walked into the bathroom and used the bathroom. And then I went back downstairs. But as soon as I saw it, like my palms started sweating. And I wanted it really bad. And this is like 8 years later. So the grasp something like that has over you is insane. But to say like that, and again, I appreciate your honesty, but you do have the ability to change just like a switch. It's a choice, right? And even just like, what's it called? Like, I don't even like it when people tell me like, oh, I'm trying to do something. I'm like, well, stop trying and just do it. Right? Like, oh, I'm trying to quit smoking, or um, I'm trying to study more. I'm like, well, just stop trying and actually do it. Um, Again, that to me, that's just like kind of like a half-ass excuse. Like, oh, I'm not really like fully committed, but I'll just tell people I'm trying. Um, and again, like I'm not trying to beat anybody up, but it's like just commit to it and do it. That's it. Like you have you have a choice. Well, I could give you other examples of stuff like that, eras where it wasn't because of a child or anything like that. Um, I mean, another perfect example would be started smoking when I was like 9. And I smoked all the way up until I think I was 27 or 28. And I just quit that cold turkey too. And it wasn't for anybody other than myself. So it's not about other people or kids or wife, girlfriend, whatever. It has to be for you, right? So I have plenty of examples of me choosing not to do something just for myself. Yeah. Pretty crazy how quickly my viewership drops off when I start talking about stuff like that. But really, that doesn't matter to me. If one of my stories about stuff like that helps one person, that's more important to me than anything. So I feel your areas, but really, like, you just have to choose it, man. If being successful in trading is important to you, then deciding to only do one trade a day for 6 months, journaling your trades, like, those things should be easy because it's just your own personal willpower. Like, so it's just a choice, right? If I commit to one trade a day for 6 months and I take my trade and then I'm like, oh, I really want to take another trade. And then I go, no, I shouldn't because I'm only supposed to do one trade a day. And then I still go and take the one trade. Like, the only person you're hurting is yourself, right? You talk to anybody in Shorty's Discord or Keenan's Discord that's done the one trade a day for 6 months, every single person you talk to will have nothing but good things to say about it. And every single person will only tell you how much it will help you. And like, knowing something like that and still choosing to do something else, like, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. Yeah. You're just making things harder on yourself. Right? Do you know, like, I've had people pay me to do one-on-one mentorships. And one of the agreements is that you're going to follow everything I say verbatim, meaning like 1 trade a day for 6 months, journaling every trade. And if you don't do, like, if you take 2 trades or whatever, like, the mentorship will immediately terminate and you're not getting refunded. Like, that's it. One shot. I even had oh, sorry. I don't think it's active anymore. Shoot, I don't even know where the server is. Oh, here. Yeah, nobody's using it anymore. But I had a group where it was like an accountability group where people were holding each other accountable for taking their 1 trade a day, planning their trades the day before the market was open, and journaling every trade. And part of the what's it called? Part of the agreement to being a part of that Discord was following the they said tomorrow's not FOMC. Can I not read? Tomorrow's the 19th. It's the FOMC meeting minutes. It's still going to be choppy. But so anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so like part of the deal of even being in that Discord is following the rules and only doing 1 trade a day, journaling every trade, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And there was people that actually got kicked out of that Discord because they weren't following the rules. One-on-one is crazy, which is why I just don't do it. To do like a legit mentorship, I've talked about this a little bit. Like, you either have to do it out of love, or actually, no, it's just out of love, because there's not enough money. Like, if you understand trading, right? If we just pull up my... I'm not a mathematician, so this might be difficult. I think I can figure this out. So trade time no. Duration. 32 seconds, a minute 37, a minute 34, 7 minutes. 7 minutes. See, so like this is let's just say, I mean, I don't know how accurate this is, but let's just say this is the duration of my trades, right? So 32 seconds, a minute 37 seconds, a minute 34 seconds, 7 minutes 6 seconds, and 7 minutes 42 seconds. Let's just say my average is roughly like 3 minutes, right? And it's 5 trades, and I made $1,000. So that's like $200 roughly in 3 minutes, 4 minutes on average. So I don't know what that breaks down to hourly, but well, is it 60 divided by 4? 15 times 200. It's like $3,000 an hour. Obviously, I'm not trading for the entire hour, but if I can make $200 in an average of like 3 or 4 minutes, and then like for a mentorship, the first like 2 months, you're going to be meeting pretty much every single day, for I would say an average of like 2 hours. And then after the first couple of months, you'll probably meet like twice, 3 times a week for about an hour. And then month 4, you'll probably start meeting like once or twice a week. Month 5, you'll probably meet like every other week. And then month 6, you'll meet, like basically probably once, like at the end of the 6th month. And so, I don't know, I need to do math. So the first 2 months, you're meeting 5 days a week times 4, which I know is 20, times 2. So you're meeting like 80 hours in just the first 2 months. And I don't even know, like, let's just say so even if you paid $10,000 just for the first 2 months, it's $125 an hour. Like, for somebody that values their time, this is shit. Because like I can do high-end IT work and make way more than this. So like, I guess what I'm getting at is to do a mentorship, like you actually have to like really, really like the person to where you want to help them. Right. Because the amount of hours you're going to put in, the amount of time you're going to be taking away from your family, from your kids, whatever else, is a lot. So like every time I've agreed to mentor somebody, the first thing I do before I agree to it is I go to my wife and I'm like, hey, blah, 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 blah. I want to help this person out. Are you okay with that? And my wife always says yes. Because my wife supports me in what I do. And then I'll be like, are you sure? Because, like I'm going to have to meet with them, basically 5 days a week, like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, for like an hour or two at least, possibly 3 hours, every single day for like 2 months, possibly 3 months. And she'll be like, yeah, it's fine. Whatever you got to do. But you're just taking, like, it's just so much where like you're just taking time away from whatever else you have going on in your life. It's a lot, and people like can't grasp that and understand it, you know. And then even if you charge somebody like $20,000, if you break it down hourly just for the first 2 months, like if you were only doing 2 months, which you're not, but if you just break it down hourly for the first 2 months, like you're only making $250 an hour. As far as I know, Oliver's doing good. He's getting payouts. So, anyway, just mathematically, it doesn't add up as far as like you can make more money in less time trading. So why take the time, to teach somebody else? And then it comes back to you actually have to care about that person, because the money's not there, right? Which just kind of like should make you kind of question anybody that's trying to mentor you or charge you to be a mentor. Because if they're charging you less than $20,000, like they either have to be doing it because they like love you or care about you or whatever else, or they're scamming you. Because if they're a good enough trader, they're going to make more money trading than they would, doing the mentorship. So, and people don't, I don't know. It's hard to wrap your head around it if you don't understand how much time and effort goes into a mentorship. But I think like once you understand how much time and effort goes into it, then the price makes sense when you break it down, to like an hourly rate. But initially, like putting down that $20,000 to do a mentorship seems like a lot of money. But for what it is, it's really nothing. Hopefully that makes sense. Gosh, it's already 6:30 my time. I'm going to go cook dinner. I'm actually going to go smoke a pork loin right now. So, with that said, as always, much love, much respect to everybody. I hope y'all have a good evening. Era's one trade a day, bro. I mean, you don't have to do that. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I would recommend. And if it's important to you, then you should commit to it. But it'll help you a lot. All right. As always, much love, much respect to everybody. Peace out. I don't know if I'm going to have time to go live tomorrow. Just an FYI. In the morning, sorry, I just remembered this. My daughter has her doctor's appointment. I might try to hop on and trade for a few minutes, but I don't know if I'm going to have time or not. And then in the evening, I have to drive to Yucaipa. And if you know where Yucaipa is, it's out in the boonies. My son's possibly starting a third, or not, he's not starting it, but there's a group of kids starting another band. And that would be like my son's third band. They've already done one show together, and it was supposed to be like a one-time show. But there was a bunch of people there that are like in the music world that started asking if the kids could come and perform at their venues. And so then the dad that kind of put the whole thing together was like, hey, do you guys want to keep going with this? And all of the kids said yes. And so anyway, they're going to practice tomorrow in Yucaipa. And I think they're meeting at 4. And so I probably need to leave my house around 2 or 2:30 my time. I normally go live at 4 my time. And I don't think I'm going to have time to do it tomorrow, unfortunately. But I'll try. And if not, I'll just try to post levels We'll see. But anyway, as always, much love, much respect, everybody. Peace out, and we'll see you next time. Bye.